So good morning, my dear student. How are you? I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to start a new chapter, adaptation in plants. But before that, I want to wish you a very, very happy Makar Sankranti and a very, very happy Pongal. And I hope you all are enjoying with your family. But also we will study a little bit because every day is very important for us. Okay? So let's start today's class with a positive vibe. I think my screen is visible. So in my previous in the previous class, I have already told you about adaptation in animals. I have already uploaded the video. You can check it. Today we will start about the adaptation in plants. Okay. So plants basically grow on land. They grow on water. Okay. So what are the things to cope up with the environment? What are the things that develop? That is the adaptation. Like for example, your cactus is a desert plant. So in desert, less water is there. So to cope up with the environment, they have fleshy stems and leaves are reduced to spines. So all the things we will discuss today. Okay. So first we will learn about the adaptation in land plants. So what is the adaptation in land plants? Land plants are also called terrestrial plants. Land plants are also called terrestrial plants. As you know, land animals are called terrestrial animals. So land plants are also called terrestrial plants. So this terrestrial plant, my dear student, basically grow on mountains. In the we have already told you what are the features of the land. Mountains. They basically grow on the plains. Okay. They grow in the marshy areas or the sea coast. Okay. They basically grow in the marshy areas or along the sea coast and some in the desert also. So basically these things we are going to read now in this chapter. So let's start one by one. First we will read about mountains, the plants of the mountains. Okay. So I think you have visited Ooty, Kashmir, all the things. Okay. Ooty, Kashmir, there are the mountainous areas. Okay, so you must have seen the trees are tall and straight. Okay, the trees are rather like that. If I will draw the picture, the trees are like this. Small, thin stems. Stems are not so thick. The trunks, not stems, and they are near about conical. Conical trees you will find. Okay, and the trees are basically tall and straight. They're very tall. Okay, and they have needle shaped leaves. Needle shaped leaves. Why they have needle shaped leaves, my dear children? To cope up with the cold. To protect them from the cold, they have needle shaped leaves. Okay, and you can see in the picture, my dear student, in the picture, if I will show you, you see they have cone like structures here. In the picture, they have cone like structure. These are the flowers of these plants. These plants do not bear flowers, they bear cones. Okay, so they are called conifers. Definition of conifer is very important. So plants other than by trees. Trees bearing cones is called conifers. Okay. trees bearing cones is called conifers, and they have a strong smell in them. Okay, they have a strong smell that keeps the insect away. उनके पास ऐसा strong smell होता है जिससे कि कीड़े मकोड़े सब दूर रहते हैं. Okay, and some examples also you can note it down, my dear children. You can write pine, spruce, deodar, and fir. These are the examples of conifers or the mountainous plants. Okay, why they have this conical shape, you know, so that if snowfall occurs, because they live in the hilly area, they they are present in the hilly area, mountainous area. So if snowfall occurs, so snow can easily slip off. Snow नीचे गिर सकता है. स्लैंटिंग है ना इनका सरफेस, देखो तो इनका सरफेस स्लैंटिंग है, इसलिए स्नो इजीली गिर सके, इसीलिए इनका जो मतलब जो स्लोप होता है वो स्लैंटिंग होता है. दे आर कोनिकल इन शेप. ओके, इनका शेप कोनिकल होता है. So this is all about your mountainous plant. Remember, they have a strong smell to keep the insects away. I have already told that one. You can note it down. So next is your plain plants. You can take a screenshot of these notes because they are very important. So next we are going to plants in the plains. So basically, many of you must be living in plain area. Okay. So these plain plants are of two kinds. Plain plants means the plants of the plain. They are basically of two kinds. One is of deciduous and one is your evergreen. You can make two columns and write for this. Okay. One is your deciduous and one is your evergreen. Clean. So what is your deciduous? Deciduous means this the plants which shed their leaves in winter, okay, to protect themselves from cold. Okay. So my dear student, this is the definition of your deciduous, okay, plants. So you can write the examples also, you can note down. Deciduous मतलब क्या, वो विंटर सीजन में बेसिकली आप देखोगे तो जो डेसिडियस प्लांट्स होते हैं उनका लीफ, वो पतझड़ जो हम लोग बोलते हैं, दे सेड देयर लीव्स. लीफ सेड मतलब क्या है, लीफ को गिरा देना नीचे. क्यों गिरा देते हैं? विंटर से बचने के लिए, क्योंकि ये प्लांट्स विंटर में अपने आप को बचा नहीं पाते, इसीलिए विंटर में बचने के लिए ये लोग अपना लीफ सेट कर देते हैं. तो जाहिर सी बात है, नाउ यू लिसन, नाउ यू सी, if they set their leaf in winter, they will grow in which season? Summer season. Okay, so from this you can note the example mango, banyan, your picture is there of banyan here, people, okay, sesame is also there, but these three you remember. Okay, they grow in which climate, my dear children? They grow in which climate? They grow in warmer climate. They grow in warmer climate. Okay. And next, evergreen. Evergreen, from the word, my dear children, from the word you can get what will be the definition of evergreen. Evergreen means the plant that grows in all the seasons, that never shed their leaves. They are totally green in all the season. Okay. And they also grow in, some grow in hot places, some grow in wet places. Okay. So they never shed their leaf. The plants that do not shed their leaves हमेशा वो ग्रीन रहते हैं. Leaves and remain evergreen. Sorry. Okay. एग्जाम्पल हम लोग क्या दे सकते हैं इसका? कोकोनट. कोकोनट क्या है? कोस्टल एरियाज में ग्रो करते हैं. कोकोनट ग्रोज इन द कोस्टल एरियाज. Example is your coconut. Okay, rubber, sugar cane, sugar cane. Okay, पीपर हम लोग पढ़े थे. Okay, पीपर, then teak. These all are the examples. So you have to remember this one. Okay. So they grow in all climate. Okay. They grow in all the climate. So you can take a screenshot. Best notes I am providing you. So two types of plain plants are there. One is your deciduous and one is your evergreen. Deciduous, they shed their leaves in winter season and grow in the warmer climate. Evergreen plant does not shed their leaves in any season and they remain always evergreen. Coconut, rubber, sugarcane, pepper, teak is the example of evergreen, and mango, banyan, pepper is the example of deciduous. That's what you remember. You will get full 3 to 3 marks in your examination. Fine. This question may come in your exam as a 3-mark question. So you can take a screenshot. We'll move to the next part. That is your desert plants. Okay, you may see here the desert cactus. Okay, desert is famous for your cactus. So in deserts we have very little water. Okay, so what are the characteristics that the desert plant has? They have fleshy stem. They have fleshy stem and water is stored in this stem. And in this fleshy stem only your water is stored. You see their stems are very thick. This green part, can you see? They are stems. Okay, and they have long roots. See, they have long roots because बहुत अंदर अगर कोई पानी है तो उसको एब्जॉर्ब करने के लिए. They have long and deep and spreading roots. Okay, and they are spread over a large area. And the leaves of the cactus are spine shaped. Why spine shaped? To reduce transpiration, to reduce water loss, to reduce water loss. Okay, क्योंकि यू नो लीफ अंडरगोस ट्रांसपीरेशन. तो अगर सरफेस ज्यादा होगा, बड़ा लीफ होगा, इफ लीफ इज बिगर, देन व्हाट हैपन? ज्यादा वाटर लॉस होगा, मोर ट्रांसपीरेशन विल अकर, more water will go out. So if leaf is reduced to this small spines, less water will go to reduce water loss. Okay, they are having spine shaped leaves. Then who undergoes photosynthesis? This green stems only undergoes the process of photosynthesis. Okay, now one more plant is there, that is mesquite bush. Okay, mesquite bush. Thing is, remember, is that they have long roots spread 30 meter below the ground. They have long roots. 30 मीटर है. आइए थोड़ा. हाँ बस. Now it's okay. They have long roots spread 30 meter below the ground. लंबे लंबे रूट्स होते हैं, अंडरग्राउंड रूट्स होते हैं. क्यों होते हैं? टू एब्जॉर्ब द वाटर. ओके. This part also you can take the screenshot. Okay. So next is your marshy area. Marshy area. Okay. What are marshy areas? The areas near the sea coast. Okay. The areas near the sea coast is called marshy area. So what kind of soil is there in this marshy area? This question also comes. They have clayey soil. They have clayey soil. Okay. They have clay soil and lot of water is there in the soil. In this soil, you will find a lot of water. Why? They are found near the water body, near the sea area. So lot of water is found in this area. Okay. So as this area is waterlogged, lot of water is there. So the roots cannot get air. Root को air नहीं मिलेगा. Okay. So as the root cannot get air, okay, so the roots grow above the ground. देखो, ground के ऊपर ऊपर the roots grow. I have drawn the picture for you. I have brought a picture for you. The ground के ऊपर, this is the ground. Ground के ऊपर देखो, the roots are there. And this root is called your pneumatophore. Pneumatophore. This term is not there for you, but still I am telling. Or you can write short form as breathing roots. This one can you write? You can write. They have breathing roots. They have breathing roots. They have breathing roots. Okay. So by these roots, by going above the ground, these roots are able to breathe. So in which plants they are found? In marshy area, you will find mangrove plants. Mangroves. Okay. In India and Odisha, in our state, you can go to Bhitarkanika. In Gujarat, you can go to creeks. Okay. Many creeks are there, Sir Creek, all the creek, you will find these mangroves. Okay. So with this, your land plants section is over. You can note it down. So now, my dear student, we will learn about water plants. So you know some animals live in water. So what we call them? Aquatic animals. So the plant that are on water are called aquatic plants. Aquatic plants. Okay. So there are three kinds of aquatic plants. My dear children, there are three kinds of aquatic plant. First is your floating, then is your fixed, then is your underground or underground, sorry, it is underwater. Under water. There are three kinds of aquatic plants. That is your floating, fixed and underwater. So we will learn one by one in detail. Okay. So I have to erase it. Oh, sorry. Okay. So first is your fixed. No, sorry. First is your floating aquatic plant. What is this floating aquatic plant? By the name you can understand, they float on water. एक जगह पे नहीं होता है. They can go to anywhere with the course of water, with the stream of water. पानी के बहाव के साथ वो कहाँ भी जा सकते हैं, वो एक जगह स्टिल नहीं रहता है. So there are some characteristics of this floating plant. There are some characteristic of this floating plant. What? There are light in weight, lightweight, swollen bodies, स्पॉन्जी मतलब लाइट वेटेड. स्पॉन्जी मतलब जैसे वो चिकूट जाएंगे पूरा वैसा. ओके. एंड दे आर नॉट स्टेबल, दे आर नॉट फिक्स्ड. ओके, दे आर नॉट फिक्स्ड इन वन प्लेस. वो एक जगह में फिक्स नहीं होते, वो फ्लोट करते रहते हैं. वो कभी यहाँ होंगे, वाटर का अगर स्टीम ज्यादा हो गया तो उस तरफ चले जाएंगे. तो वे प्लांट ऐसे होते हैं. तो एग्जाम्पल्स में चिल्ड्रन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट in this part. Your examples are very very important. So you have to remember your examples. So examples is your water hyacinth. I think this lavender color is not visible. Okay, water hyacinth and duckweed. Okay, water hyacinth, you can see I have given the first picture here is of water hyacinth. This picture is of water hyacinth. Okay, this is all about your floating aquatic plant. These three properties you have to remember: lightweight, swollen bodies. You see the body is swollen. You see here the leaves, swollen leaves, and spongy. थोड़ा spongy होता है, मतलब water soak कर सकते हैं. Okay, and duckweed picture I have not given here, but water hyacinth is the important one. Okay. Then next is your fixed aquatic plant. Okay, fixed aquatic plant. Fixed aquatic plant. Okay, fixed means what? Fixed word से ही समझ में आता है कि वो एक जगह पे फिक्स्ड हो गए, वो मूव नहीं कर सकते. दे कैन नॉट मूव विथ वाटर. वाटर जहां जाए वो एक जगह पे रहेंगे ही रहेंगे. Okay, so what are the characteristics? You can note down the characteristics of this kind of plant. Okay, they have roots, fixes them to the pond bed or to the water bed. You can write pond bed. Basically these plants are found in the ponds. Okay, they have broad leaves. You can see, yeah, have you seen here? Here you see the picture. If I will increase a bit, now you can see there are broad leaves. Okay, and next part is they float on the surface of the water, but they never move with the plant. They are heavy, they never move with the plant. An example you can note down. Example you can note down, it is your water lily. The picture of water lily I have given here, and your most famous, that is lotus. These are the examples of your fixed aquatic plant. Now the third is your what? Underwater aquatic. Okay, underwater aquatic plants. What is the characteristic of this underwater aquatic plant? See children, why I am using the text board? Because it is very fast also and I can complete the chapter in less time. Okay, that's why I'm using this text. So I'm also sorry for that. So they have narrow leaves. They have narrow leaves. Narrow, patle patle leaves. You can see in the picture. Here I have given. Let me increase a bit. Okay. This picture I will lessen and this picture I will increase a bit. Ah, now it is visible. They have narrow leaves. You can see. Narrow leaves are there. See? So narrow leaves. Okay. And they have no stomata. They are green, but they don't have any stomata. Okay. Through their body surface. They breathe by their body surface only, but they don't have any stomata. Remember, an example you can see, it is pondweed. They are found under the water. Water surface के अंदर वो found होते हैं. Pondweed and tape grass. This picture I have given is of tape grass. Okay. So narrow leaves, they have no stomata. You remember, they breathe to the surface and they have, example is pondweed and tape grass. These three kinds of aquatic plants are very, very important. You can take a screenshot. Next is your adaptation for getting food for the plant. How plant will get food? Those who don't have chlorophyll in them. You know, plant make their food by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, but अगर एक plant के पास chlorophyll ही नहीं है, so how they will get food? Okay, so this green plant, this fungi, you know children, here I am teaching this fungi in plants, but fungi are not plants. Fungi are not plants. Remember that one. Fungi are not plants. They are different from plants. So fungi. What are fungi? Fungi have no chlorophyll. Fungi have no chlorophyll. Okay. They cannot make their own food. Okay. They feed on. Feed means they take the food. Where from they take the fruit? Okay. Where they grow, you will write. They grow on. They grow on living plants. They grow on living plants, dead plants. Also, they grow on dead plants and animals. Okay, they grow on living plants, dead plants, and also on animals, and also on stale food. Stale food means purana food. You can see on the bread. If you keep the bread outside for some days, you will see small white spots on it. That is also the fungi, the molds. Okay, and they take their food. They take their food from this plant, these things only. Living plant, dead plant, animals. Example is your mushroom. Mushroom, important one. Mushroom, you eat mushroom. All mushroom are not good for health. Some mushroom are there which are good for it, proteinaceous. Mushroom and your molds. But you remember, fungi are not plants. Okay? Fungi are not plants. Now, next type of thing is your insectivorous plant. Your insectivorous plants. In some plants eat insects also. You may not be knowing that. Some plants eat insects. This plant eat insects. Okay. They eat insects. Okay. So they live by eating insects. Example you can note down. Just they will ask example to you. It is Venus fly trap and pitcher plant. I have given the picture of pitcher plant here. These two examples you have to remember: Venus flytrap and pitcher plant. Okay, these two are the insectivorous plant. If you develop the definition, the plants that eat insects are called insectivorous plants. Now move to the next part, the last part of the chapter: adaptation for protection. Some plants to protect themselves undergoes adaptation. So here I will write point wise so you can remember. So spines. First part is your spines, then poison. Okay. Then is your liquid, special liquid. These three things you are going to read now. One is your spines, one is your poison, and one is your special fluid, liquid. So about spines, if I will tell, the first thing that come to your mind is your cactus. So cactus have the spines, leaves are reduced to spines to protect themselves from transpiration and also from some animals. Okay, so animals fear and don't come, and also your roses. So in spines, you can write roses and cactus. Okay, roses and cactus are the plants which grow spines to protect themselves from other animals. Okay, and some plants have poison in them. Some plants have poison in them, like your poison ivy. One plant is there, poison ivy. This picture is also there here, poison ivy. This is the picture of poison ivy. If you will touch this plant, you will feel itching. Why? Because it secretes a poison. It has a poison in it. So to keep animals away, it secretes a poison. And special liquid is that some plants live in the cold deserts, protect themselves from the cold, they secrete a special liquid. They have a special liquid, they produce a special liquid which prevents them from freezing. Okay, so for today this much only. Please like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned to get the next videos. Thank you. Thank you, my dear students. Stay blessed.